Chillers, welcome back, people. It's the Critic Court. I am Toke, and I'm here with another little Halloween series special. Um, I'm here to do it on uh, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and this was I would say this is my first time actually watching it all the way through. Like, I've always caught that shit on TV when I was a little younger and whatnot, and you know it either be like just starting, and I end up turning it off because it was on regular TV commercials. Cause it'd always be shown on like Sci-Fi or AMC or some BS where it's just commercials that interrupt it. And this movie's fucking damn near 3 hours long. It's 2 hours and like 45 minutes. So given that point in time back then, my younger days, I was you know what would you say? Attention span needed to be a little bit higher than what it was. My attention span. I would jump from show to show or go fucking outside or you know just just constantly switching up and shit. But yeah, man, I've always heard good things about this movie, and I just always just never really got a chance to watch it fully all the way through, or catch it at the right time. Like I said, I'll catch it, and when it comes on, it'll be on one of those channels, or I catch it in the middle, and then I'll be like, fuck this shit. I don't even know what the fuck going on, you know. But yeah, man, this was a good little classic. I see what everybody was rating about. It's fucking. I give it. I give it an 8. I give it 8 out of 10. I had I had some good fucking a good little casting too. Like the main all-star cast of it was Gary Oldman. He did a phenomenal job portraying Dracula. Anthony Hopkins, he was Van Helsing. Then you got uh what's his name? Fucking Keanu Reeves playing one of the fucking main side characters, Jonathan Harker. Then you got Winona Ryder playing his wife, Mina. Also Dracula's wife back then, you know, because this was staged back in like the 15th century. So, um, yeah, this shit went far back. It went deep with it. Like I said, I like the portrayance of Dracula. We didn't fucking get a creepy dude with a cape coming out of darkness and shit. It was actually realistic, up to date, kind of modern. Well, back in those times, modern Dracula. Cause what this movie came out 1992. Yeah, 1992, and uh, fucking, you know, given that this movie was fucking back then, I want to say the graphics were pretty up to date, pretty equipped with you know what they had back then, with the tools they had back then, and um, I wouldn't necessarily say this was straight up just horror. It had its romantic, lustful moments, and uh, just all around various type of themes. It wasn't just straight up horror. It had a little bit of suspense, a little bit of mystery to it. Um, but all around, it was a good ass movie, man. Like I said, Gary Oldman, he played a good ass Dracula. Um, it's pretty much he's a he's a prince back in the 15th century, and he's like condemned to live like a of bloodthirstful life of eternity. Once he comes back from a little war or a big battle and finds his wife to be dead, and what 4 centuries after that, um, you know, he's still roaming about as a Count Dracula, and uh, this is what it's staged in London and all that shit. So you guys, you know the Dracula story, how he came to London to wreak his terror and shit. Um, but you got this young lawyer named fucking Jonathan Harker, who's sent to close this dude is finalizing on this deal, this land deal and whatnot with Dracula. So he pulls up at Dracula's castle, and uh you know, long story short, Dracula ends up finessing this man and imprisoning him once he sees a picture of Jonathan's wife, Mina Harker, and like I said, she looks like his previous wife, Elise, and his previous deceased wife, and so once he gets a glimpse of her, he's all for the finesse, for the fuckery, and seeks out to fucking um track her down pretty much. Get this fuck nigga Jonathan where he want him, smoothing him up, get him all let his guard down pretty much, and lets him get caressed by his little vampire lackeys and shit. And then Dracula goes seeks out to fucking finesse his wife from up underneath his drips. His fiance, his soon to be wife, not even wife yet. Um, and fucking he Dracula, he gets to the point where he loves her enough to where to he doesn't want to condemn her. He doesn't want her to be a part of this misery that he's in. And you know, cuz he's like he pretty much feels like the situation he's in is pretty much a prison. Like he's trapped. He doesn't want her to feel that way. He loves her too much to put her in that position, and because it's like a eternity of just misery, pretty much. And but she becomes so infatuated with him, and uh begins to build that so-called relationship that they had in his past, that she doesn't even care. She wants, well, the past that he had with his wife, that she wants that love. She wants him, nothing else type of deal. She, begins to lust for him. And it's like, you know, you were giving you Dracula and you in that situation, and you've been looking for a love of your life, true love for so long. He was like, fuck it, you know. I tried to warn her. She want this life. Fuck it. I'll let her take it. But Jonathan wasn't for it. He found a way up out the castle, hit the Houdini, ended up getting Van Helsing involved. Was played like I said, played by Anthony Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins has been searching for Dracula for centuries, or just he just been searching for vampires. Period. Let's put it at that. He's a vampire hunter. You got some fangs, he gonna kill your ass. And he was all on Dracula's ass for sure. It was crazy. They they showed this one point of fucking Van Helsing when he was they were like all the other doctors and shit. Cause fucking Mina had this girlfriend, his friend named Lucy. She ends up getting turned by Dracula. Dracula ends up feeding on her, and everybody's not believing that she's turned got turned into something like a vampire or whatever. And Anthony Hawkins is just like, what else y'all think this is? What could have bit her like that and not left her leaking? Why is she fiending for so much blood? Like, he just naming fact after fact, and because they did a blood transfusion and whatnot. It was just like, bro, this movie was great. The movie was great. It was definitely well worth 2.5 hours. I mean, was it 2.5 hours? It felt like 2.5 hours. I don't know. Let me go look real quick. I'm sorry. 2 hours and fucking 7 minutes. It felt like 2.5 because the way they broke it down so like so eloquently. Like it was very descriptive how they broke this shit down piece by piece of the story. But like I said, it wasn't boring though. It wasn't boring. It just it developed. The story developed more and more as it went on. But you know, then like I said, Van Helsing ends up getting involved, and they end up trying to put an end to Dracula and his little madness before he turns Mina and takes her, still his still Jonathan's love. what left love that she has for him from you know from Mina, and make her go fully, just rogue Dracula and deeply, madly in love with him and whatnot. So they're like on his, like I said, they're on his ass. They're like chasing after this crate that he's in, that he's getting, he's getting transported to his home where he initially was from. When the place they showed in the beginning of the movie, and he's getting transferred during the daytime, so his strength is not. He's not as strong as his powers is not as strong as they are in the night. He can be out and do the fuckery during the day, take on different forms and all that shit, and manipulate your mind a little bit. But his powers at full capacity at night. Obviously, it's Dracula, vampire shit. But they end up reaching him before he gets to his tomb, type of deal. Uh, slicing old boy, slicing him up, and Mina puts a stop to it because she's like I said, she's like halfway in between of turning fully vampire and still having her mixed feelings for Jonathan and all this BS. But she stops them, gets him all, all to him, gets Dracula all to herself in the tomb, and he pretty much puts it to her like, you gotta end this, you gotta end me, you gotta put me to sleep at once, like, put me out of my misery, you're the only one that can do it, I'm letting my guard down and everything, just so you can single-handedly do it, you're my true love, I yearned for you for so long, and this is it. This is how I'm about to go out in your hands. I you I watched you die in my hands. Pretty much now it's time to reciprocate. Come on, kill me. Pretty much. Um, but yeah, this movie like in all, bro. It was great. It was great, man. I wouldn't put it past anybody to not see this movie, this Dracula movie, because I most vampire movies are cheesy or just stupid or half-ass put together, you know. But this one was pretty good. This one was pretty good. Like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10. It was it was greatly put together. Everybody portraying was good. Graphics were clean for giving it being a 1990 movie. And oh yeah, oh boy that played Renfield, he fucking did a good job too, bro. Who played him? 'Cause he played that shit crazy. He played that shit crazy. That boy that played Renfield, Tom Waltz or Tom, is it Waltz? Yeah, Tom Waltz or Tom Waits. Renfield, you know who Renfield is. He's Dracula's servant. Day one, ride or die. Um, this Renfield was fucking lit, bro. He was crazy. It was funny as hell. He everybody that kept like, cause they had him locked up. This was their way of a so-called what's the word, crazy house, like a psych ward. They had him in this little big old little gray long sleeve suit, so he couldn't like uh touch himself or like pick away eat it, because he was doing some weird shit. He was eating rats and buds and just the weirdest shit, biting people that came and guards that came in. So like they pretty much put it to where he couldn't do nothing but walk and talk, and nothing to harm himself or harm anyone else. And it was like, wow, bro, this is fucking Renfield. This is prime Renfield. Like, man, cause that movie that came out before about Renfield, that shit was garbage. That was, like I said, cheesy as fuck. It was more comical of anything. This was a great point of view of Renfield and his obsession and loyalty towards Dracula. That was great. That was great. But yeah, man, there you have it, guys. This was my little Halloween spill. Like and subscribe. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Um, I'll be back tomorrow for Chucky and fucking rest of this week. You already know anime, Five Nights at Freddy, all that shit. So support the motherfucking corp, and I will be back soon. Toodles.